Hey, my name is Tona, and today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution, Buzzworthy, Bumblebee, Origin, Jazz. So here he is out of the box, and we'll take a quick look at the packaging, which he has some really nice artwork. He has like some of this, I don't know why. It's Buzzworthy, so of course. We got some more artwork, and we got the images. And that is basically it on this guy. Really late to the party, but better late than never with this review. And for those of you who are wondering why this video is a little delayed, well, you should watch the last review and the haul video to know where I was at for like majority of the week. With that in mind, with my little vacation, here we have Jazz in his hover car race mode specifically, and it looks really, really good. And for those of you who don't know, this is the first appearance that we actually see Jazz in the cartoon. On the top angle, it looks really good, but then the underside, it's not the greatest. I mean, I never reviewed this guy. Well, I had him for a while since, like, I started doing Transformers reviews, Origins Bumblebee, and his underside kibble was, like, really clean, and Hasbro really managed that. But that's basically it for the race car mode, other than I really like the glossy paint that they really put into. Would be understandable if these two were released at the same time, but nope, they were in different lines. Anyways, the source of weapon storage that you can put into is the basic, gun on top. But he does have some really good, cool weapon storage, where he has his hook, which, yeah, that's basically it. Here we have Siege Ironhide and Origins Bumblebee, and they would have made really good Siege figures, but they weren't released during Siege. Now, with that out of the way, we should probably just transform this guy before this video becomes a really long video. Alright, so if I remember how to transform this guy correctly, first thing you want to do, pull out these arms, and then I believe pull, or no, kind of annoying that it kind of snaps, but yeah, it's easy to pop off the panels. And I believe what you do is unhook them, yeah. And be cautious, they're in clear plastic, so I would highly suggest to be careful with that. What else? Fold that out. Then fold this windshield. And then pull out the legs. Fold out his feet. And then, of course, you want to pull these out. Then up. Then you got one part done. Same thing on the other one, just like so. And what I believe you want to do is fold the arms out and then pull down the chest till that snaps into place. Fold out the head, and I think you want to angle it to like right here. I believe that's what you're supposed to do. Till you see those slots. And then fold out the arm. There you go, you have Origins Jazz. Here we have the robot mode, and it looks really, really good, not gonna lie. I like how he has his fake chest, and it keeps the Jazz proportion really well. The Autobot insignia without a white backing, it looks really good, and the head sculpt looks really, really good. Although he has a backpack, with the engineering and all the compromises, I could forgive that, but what I can't forgive is that it just sits there. Like, nothing really tabs in, it just sits there. And I guess that also. Forgot to show this in vehicle mode. There's these little, like, blue paint splouges or whatever, and it doesn't really look good. White and blue with that? Nah, it doesn't. Majority of the figure doesn't feel hollow, except for the arms. Which, yeah, I can just, let that pass for right now. Since this guy actually has a pretty cool feature where he can have his grapple hook. And he could hold his weapon. Now, if you have a figure stand of your choice, which I recently bought this during my little Tokyo trips, this guy looks really good in any figure stand, if you ask me. Articulation-wise, he has a ball joint at the head, which you can look up and down. Beat that mainline Rhinox. Arms can move out, rotation at the arm. A bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, nothing at the wrist. Waist swivel. Legs can kick, they can move back this far. He can do the split slightly, but if you move this out, there you go. Thigh swivel, bend at the elbow, and an ankle pivot. And most of the joints feel solid, except... yeah, I don't know why they're on this click joint, but doesn't matter. Doesn't lock it into place. Posability on this guy is really good, but I wish he did have a wrist swivel, or maybe instead they could have, this isn't related to the articulation, but maybe just have this little panel that, closes and you can open it and then do that and close it out, but oh well. Here he is next to Mirage, and if you know, you know. Bumblebee and Optimus. Forgot to do this comparison. Here he is next to Studio Series 86 Jazz, and yeah, this was basically after recording, so this is a little late, but whatever. Overall, I think this figure deserves a 3.5 out of 5 in my book. I really like the figure, but you can definitely use a lot of improvements, however. Like, maybe just, have him don't have this backpack, or tighten up the little joint and fill up those hollow spaces. But other than that, I do recommend this guy if you want to recreate that scene where you got to see all the Autobots before they launch to Earth. And yeah, that's basically it for this review. I will see you guys in the next review with a more scripted review. So yeah.